to the zoo, baby.
3, 2, 1 thing. You're going. Oh. This is Peter and Sam with another big sexy production for you. We're doing our biology project 09 about similar species of animals and how they adapt to their environment and why one species is doesn't need all the adaptations that the other species does.
That's it. Enjoy.
It's gonna be awesome.
In our video, we're going to be comparing many animals to each other, seeing how they adapt differently in their different environments. We're going to be comparing the giraffe and the opaci, the polar bear and black bear, the Galapagos tortoise and the Aral river turtle, and finally we're going to be comparing the lions and Siberian tigers. Alright, giraffes, we see them right there? Very tall. They got their long legs, you know, and so they can run really fast. They can run up to 35 miles an hour, and they also have a good sense of smelling, and they have a tough tongue for eating their food, and they have really good hearing too, so they can hear and see their enemies or their predators, whatever, from far away, and they can hear them coming, so they can book it out of there before they get eaten. And they also can go a few weeks without drinking at all. They get their water from their food and from their from dew. And I think that is it.
Giraffes are not for riding.
Guy are relatives of the giraffe, probably the closest relative they have. Their tongues are 12 inches long and are blue, which help them when they're searching for food. They can reach places they can't really get without their body, and it's very flexible. And they have big ears. They have big ears, which help them detect predators, and so they can book it out of there if someone tries to eat them. And they can kind of communicate with other opaci and like set their territory by leaving like scents that come out of their hooves. It's kind of like a tar-like substance that they leave in places so other opaci know not to come in. And the color on of their body helps them blend in with the environment. And kind of on their butt area, they kind of got stripes, and that's so the young opaci, when they're following like their mother through the forest, then they can see her, so they. The main difference between the opaci and the giraffe is that the opaci don't need the long necks for scavenging food like the giraffes do. They live in different environments, and the long neck is not necessary for them to survive.
They're in Detroit.
All of the bears are?
Yes.
What? Like all? Dang.
We only have polar bears, and yes, they're in Detroit.
Oh, really?
A new home bill that actually won't be done until next year.
Oh. Alright, thank you.
Yeah.
The bears weren't there at the zoo, and so we decided to just do it at Sam's house. And so they said the bears were gonna be there, but turns out they weren't. So we were a little disappointed. Hey, Jack.
Alright, let's see this puppy.
And hey, we're still recording. So we had to go back to my house and do the bears instead of getting to actually see them. Sorry about that. Maybe if you look, we'll put a couple pictures in. The polar bear, the black bear, is an extremely adaptable animal, but most live in thick forests with lots of trees, and they are mostly solitary and live by themselves, except for the mother-cub relationship, which they love each other and care for each other until they're old enough to be on their own. And most of them hibernate, except for, or the ones that don't need to. It depends on where they are living. Like in Mexico, they won't as much as in North America, where it gets a lot colder. And they have long tongues and big claws for ripping open rotten bark and trees that have fallen over to get insects, and use their tongues to get insects in there. And also they rip open honeycombs and get honey. Alright, polar bears
because they live in such harsh conditions, their bodies have to be able to help them survive. So they have 2 layers of fur on their bodies, which keeps them very warm. They also have up to 4.5 inches of blubber all around their body, and that also keeps them very insulated. And they have small ears and small tails to stop heat loss from their body, so it retains inside their body. And polar bears have more problems being too hot than too cold, which means their bodies are very good insulators, and everything's working out for them. And they also have little bumps on their feet called papillae, which help them stop slipping on the ice, and so then they're able to run and walk on the ice without falling. And they have good, strong claws for hunting and hanging on to things, animals, humans, anything. Not really human. And they have a good sense of smell, so they can smell their prey. And the big thing about polar bears is that they don't really hibernate. They do a thing called walking hibernation, where they're not as active as usual, and they retain more energy. And it's where their body doesn't cool down as much as all the other animals who hibernate. Their body cools down to about 32 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit, and polar bears don't do that. And the only polar bears that actually enter a real cave to hibernate are the pregnant polar bears, which just give birth to the cubs from between fall and spring.
You don't know? Okay. It's that on the website. They didn't have tortoises at the zoo either, so we had to do that at Sam's house as well. Tortoises have many similarities with turtles, but they are also different. They live on land, and they're used to hot, dry temperatures, and they have big pillar-like legs and stable feet for walking, and they have big, sharp teeth, or kind of a rigid mouth to chew plants, cut-off jaw bone, kind of like the turtles. They have hard-shelled eggs, unlike turtles, instead of top-shell eggs, to protect themselves from predators trying to eat the eggs. And they have big hard shells to protect them that they can go inside. But they did have turtles! This is the Arau river turtle. It has a body made for swimming, and it's got front legs have 5 claws, push itself through the water. It has a row of large, so hard to see it, scales on limbs for protection, and a hard shell for protection as well. And its upper jaw, so humid, is squared off at the tip for eating plants. Very cute. So cute. His mouth is open. They lay soft egg shells, unlike the tortoises, which lay hard egg shells, because they don't need to worry about them being eaten by predators. It's fogging up. Here we have the African lion. It is brown for camouflage, so its enemies can't see them. As seen there. Right. It has very strong legs. As seen there. See that definition? Oh yeah. So they can run fast and jump and attack prey. Also, they have sharp teeth and claws. That's true. Tear open flesh and hold prey. It's pretty frightening. It is. They also have good eyesight and a good sense of smell and hearing. Hunting. And their mane protects them when they fight, also makes them look bigger, more intimidating. All that fur, all these they have acquired and used to adapt to their environment so that they can survive in the wilderness and always kill people. No, not killing people. Oh, right, they don't kill people. But just other animals. Right. Sometimes people. Sometimes people. Here we have the female lion as well, playing around. That's definitely abuse. What's he doing? They love each other very much. Their relationship is very Simba and Timon. Okay, not Timon. And you can see that the female lion doesn't have the mane because only the males have it when they fight. It makes them look bigger and more intimidating, and it protects their neck when they fight. And the females don't really fight, they hunt, so yeah, they hunt. They don't really fight each other. the males fight for territory and be the dominant one. And so they have the mane, they don't. End of story. Lions will eat you. Alright, it's the Siberian tiger right there. They're mainly found in Russia, but there's also some in northeast China and North Korea. They live in a pretty cold, cool climate, and so they have the really thick fur, and they have like fat along their body to keep them warm. You can survive in the temperatures in up to -46°C. And the stripes on the tiger help them to blend into like tall grass and stuff like that. And the stripes on them are light colored, not as dark as normal tigers, because there's also snow. And so if they're dark, they can't blend into the snow as well, so they're light. Oh, he's going crazy. Oh, he's having fun here. Come on, don't lick the bird. Play with your box. Oh, what a buzzkill. Here are our sources. We couldn't really figure out how to get them into the movie, so we just recorded off the other computer. So, yeah, that's about it. Thanks. Time for outtakes. You like the zebra speeder? It stinks. Look at its mouth. I think he's hungry. He wants to eat you. Oh no!
This thing's at least like 8 feet tall.
At least. Come here, little guy! They got a baby! That's a good looking giraffe if I've ever seen one. Hey!
This is the best day of my life. Please, parents, no more Mountain Dew.
That is definitely not appropriate.
Right now he's thinking FML.
FML, Bill. FML indeed.
He is wondering what is going on.
He kissed it.
He's about to pass out from boredom.
Ready? So what's your favorite animal? The wolf. Wolf? Why?
What's your 20?
Majestic.
They're
majestic. So what's your favorite animal?
I do.
Why?
I don't know. I just like them.
It's for our school project for biology.
Huskies.
The huskies and the wolves? Why? What do you like about them?
They're always my favorite.
Yeah. Just growing up.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Run away. Peter made some friends.
Hey! This is where they process the animals and turn them into their burgers.
Of course, you McDonald's.